hard to believe that the holidays are right around the corner. And if you're gonna be shopping for little ones this fall, we have some tips that we'd like you to keep in mind for when you're looking at toys that are gonna help with learning as well as with play. And we all know that kids learn by playing. Hi, I'm Shannon Shipman, Purdue Extension, Ohio County Health and Human Sciences and 4-H Youth Development Educator. And today we're just gonna go over some quick tips about what to look for when you're shopping for toys for little ones. The first thing that we wanna look for is to make sure that the toy that we're purchasing is safe. Is it the right toy for the right age? So for example, if we have a little one, say we have a 6 to 8 month old, and we're trying to find something that's gonna be entertaining for them, we're gonna want a bigger toy that they can manipulate, where they can roll it, they can play, they can touch, they can learn their colors, they can learn their numbers, and it's something that helps with growth in regards to cognitive growth, to where they're able to start processing things. We also want to make sure that it's something that's going to work. We don't want the child to get frustrated, because nothing's more frustrating for a child to be given a toy and then it doesn't work correctly, whether it doesn't have the batteries, something breaks with it, it's not doing what it's supposed to do, it's supposed to be lighting up and it's not lighting up. Nothing's more frustrating for a child than that. And so we want to make sure that we get toys that don't cause that frustration when a child is playing with it. We also want to make sure that our toys are durable. Kiddos are hard on toys, and so we want to make sure that there's no little parts that are going to break off. We want to make sure that they're going to be good for playing outside, playing inside, wherever the environment is that they're going to be, but we want to make sure that toys last. We also want to make sure that these toys have no smaller parts, especially for children 3 and under, that they have no smaller parts smaller than $50, which a child could choke on. So we want to make sure that those toys are durable and that they're gonna last while these kids are roughhousing and playing with them. Secondly, we want to make sure that the toys are appropriate for the child's age. So for example, if you've got, say, a 12-month-old that's trying to learn how to walk, is a little bit wobbly on their steps, something like this might be a really great toy for them, because it's something that they can sit on for balance, they can push, pull, ride it, because it helps develop those gross motor skills. They can push the buttons on it and learn their ABCs. They can learn their colors. There's interaction with it as well. And so this toy is gonna keep them busy, and it's also one of those that can be an indoor-outdoor toy. So you wanna look for those toys that help to develop those skills that are gonna keep kids learning, especially with the gross and fine motor development. Another thing that you wanna make sure that you look for is that the toy captures the interests of the child and that it's fun. And maybe even fun being that you're interacting with the child while they're playing with it as well. One of my favorite things to play with kids is definitely blocks of any kind, whether it's the big Lego blocks, whether it's magnetic blocks or anything. Magnetic blocks are a really cool thing because the set that they come with talks about shapes, it talks about colors. You can talk to your child about how tall things are, why the blocks are sticking together, why the structure collapsed. There's a million different ways that you can interact with your child in regards to playing with blocks. And magnetic blocks, or whether it's the Lego blocks, either one are a great toy to have for little ones around the age of 1, all the way up to 6, 7, 8-year-olds are going to be entertained by them as well. So just be sure that you're picking out toys that also help promote that growth in regards to learning, because we do want our kids as ready as possible for when it is time to attend school, and play is a huge factor in that. We also want to make sure that our toys are easily kept clean, especially with this pandemic. We're trying to get back to somewhat of normal and having friends over and play dates, but we want to make sure that it's easy to keep these toys clean. Now, something else to think about when it comes to purchasing a gift for a little one, little guys love to be read to. And the more they're read to, the more that vocabulary grows, and the more they understand things, and the words come and they're talking more. So books that are kind of interactive, that are almost like a toy, that might have like some type of puppet that goes with it, anything that promotes texture, to where they develop those sensory skills, whether for touch. So whether it's soft, whether it's bumpy, anything like that is going to help your child to play and to know those textures as well, and to be entertained by that. Little ones also love books that they can snuggle with, that they can chew on, especially those little ones under the age of 6 months. They want to be able to feel this and play with it. And so books that are soft as well. And as your little one gets older, you might want to think about some books that have the interactive flaps, where your kiddo can learn their farm animal sounds, they can do counting, they can name the letter that it starts with, all different ways that kids can play with books as well. So that's another great gift to think about as you're shopping for this holiday season for your little one. So we want to make sure that our toys are durable. We want to make sure that we are buying the correct toy for the right age. We want to make sure that our toy isn't going to cause any frustration, that it's going to work appropriately, that we've put it together correctly. And most of all, we want to make sure that the toy promotes interaction and fun for the child, because children have fun when they're learning, and play is a huge part of learning those skills that gets them ready to head to school and ready to enjoy the world. So for more information on this topic, please check us out at extension.purdue.edu or check out your local Purdue Extension Facebook page.